Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Remember the last video on the M3 when we had to literally change that centre pipe for a resonator delete and it didn't actually happen? And if you haven't seen it, it's in the top right corner. Again, the M3 is back. This time, it's actually, we're going a bit back to front in this video. So we're going from a Supersprint Cat back with a sports resonator in, changing it, and the back box as well. We're changing it back to a standard exhaust. The car's being traded in for another car, so you can make a little bit of money off the exhaust. So it's going to be a bit back to front this video. You guys are probably watching this to find out what it sounds like after you've changed the exhaust to a Supersprint from a standard exhaust. So we're going to go work in a reverse situation and hopefully we can get the standard exhaust back on, because you guys knew how much of a nightmare it was doing it. So let's get straight into it. The GoPro's going to come out, so we're going to be just literally working on it constantly. Hopefully we can get it done before it gets dark. Oh, and also, if you've not already, click the subscribe button. Make sure you slap that subscribe button around the face before we even start. So hopefully that is the last time, hopefully that one was the last time that we hear the Supersprint catback exhaust system. What you'll hear after this is the standard exhaust system. So guys, bear with us. Let's try and fit this standard exhaust system now. We'll get the car lifted up and let's go from there. Right guys, wish me luck, because I know this didn't go too well last time, but we've got a standard exhaust system, so it should go straight on. No cheap eBay stuff this time. Let's go. Two brackets which are under here, which maybe you saw in the last video, I can't remember, they're undone. We've got the hangers on, and then there's 3 bolts holding these in. We've got to undo them, then that should release it from that centre section, and Rahel is just undoing the back box right now. So then we've got this big bracket to remove here, which was a bit of a bitch last time because I was on my own, but hopefully there's 2 people lifting it this time. So let's remove these bolts here. I've not got much memory on this memory card, so I'm not going to film everything, but hopefully I've run you through enough for you to know what you're doing. So this is disconnected now, and then we're just going to go down there and see how Rahel's doing. Oh, exactly what we want to be doing on a school night, exactly. Off. You just hold it there, mate. Just stay there. We are having to take this strut brace down because we can't slide it through. So, oh, guys. Oh, we'll get both of the exhausts together in a minute, just so you can see the difference between the two. But right now, this is an E46 M3 with no centre pipe and no back box startup. This is going to be horrendous.
Neutral now, go on. Send it. That's well done, bro. Go on, send it.
And that's enough antisocial behaviour for today. Guys, Supersprint with the little resonator. Obviously the pipes join, pushing the air straight down into the centre, out as you go. Standard, you just go down two pipes into a resonator, and then, oh, we've got the back boxes the wrong way around, but that's the Supersprint back box, and that, as far as I can tell, the difference is that's slightly smaller, that's a bit bigger, that weighs a ton, that one doesn't weigh a ton.
On the weight difference.
Yeah. Oh, gains, pure gains. So let's put it all back on, hopefully before it gets dark, and then we're progressing okay. But you guys know how these videos go. Sometimes they don't go as well as we planned, but let's see if we can get this back on. So guys, remember how I said something that usually goes wrong? Well, this is the thing that's gone wrong. So On the Supersprint here, you've got an exhaust flange which is built onto the exhaust, and onto this one, there's no exhaust flange. There must have been one which is on a hinge or something, you know, so you can use it. And the guy's obviously not sold it with him, so we can't actually clamp this back, this centre pipe to there. So we've got like two options. We put that back on, which is just an absolute nightmare, or we just roll with it, put that on. He buys an exhaust flange, and then before he goes and trades the car in, he's just going to have to put the exhaust flange on, which I think is probably the best bet, but it's just going to leave him with a blown exhaust for the meantime. It's getting dark now as well, so it's not looking good, as usual. With this car, we never really have much luck, but let's carry on. We're going for it without that on, and we're just going to leave it blowing for now. Guys, hello. It is 20 past 9 on a school night, super dark, and we've pretty much got it on, apart from that that obviously clamp that we don't have. So let me show you what the issue is. So underneath here, you've got obviously your normal clamp here, which is working fine. On this one, we don't have that clamp, but we've put the little sort of O-ring in there to seal the gap. But the problem is, this is going to vibrate when it's on idle, so it's going to need to get that clamp. But let's see what it sounds like on a standard exhaust startup. Just got to put a few brackets left back on, but your standard exhaust is on. Once again, this has been a nightmare. I wouldn't attempt any of this on your driveway. So let me fit the last bracket and we'll start it up from a standard. I'll give it a bit of a rev, but we've got that rattle because of that little O-ring inside, because it's not clamped together. So let's give it with a rev. Obviously, on a school night, again, finishing off a car. Again, it's the M3, longer than usual, but this is what us car guys are about. I mean, you grafting till late hours at night. I'm sure every one of you guys who have watched this, any one of you guys who have watched this, I'm pretty sure you've been working on a car late at night before, and this is just what happens. Nothing really tends to go to plan, and when it does go to plan, you sort of like, what the hell? You're sort of thinking something's gonna go wrong. But basically the M3 is all back together now. It's got standard exhaust on, but obviously we're missing that little part. We've grafted hard today. The least you guys could do is subscribe down below and leave a thumbs up. Obviously it's a little bit different to the Audi TT, but hopefully, I think we've got a few M3 guys already subscribed here, so I hope you found this interesting, and you know as well about that little flange now. If you're buying an aftermarket exhaust or something like that, you know not to make the same mistakes that we have. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Make sure you click subscribe. Peace out.